Welcome to another episode of the Nashville Dads. For this episode, Justin asked me some icebreakers and questions why we're friends. We hope you enjoy.
This is a special episode where I am going to be asking Devon some icebreaker questions.
Yeah.
So you can get to know him a little bit better. So, Devon.
Yes, I'm ready, I think.
I picked all of these questions.
You hand wrote them. Do you not own a printer?
And I hand wrote them, yes. So, number one, if you were a wrestler, what would be your entrance song?
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to ask which wrestler would I be.
No.
So my mind started to go somewhere else. Oh, that's good. Just for the confusion of it, I feel like some really weird pop song, like a Kesha song, would just be like, "Your love is my drug. I'm here."
I thought you were going to go.
Do you want to have a slumber party in my
your
basement?
Favorite song?
Nope.
But no, you go to
Yeah,
Kesha.
let's just go with like a ridiculous pop song. We're like, what did I just witness? Who is this person? Are they even a wrestler? That's what I would want.
That would be hilarious.
Mass confusion, which might be my wrestling
Get your
name.
butt kicked.
Yeah, which also would be the story of me in a wrestling match. So this just set the crowd up for the disappointment they're about to witness. But he knows a lot of Kesha songs. It's very surprising.
Oh, Kesha, that's hilarious. Not what I thought
There you
would
go.
say.
Here to surprise you.
You surprised
That's why
me.
you're asking these questions, so
That's
that
right.
you can get to know me better.
All right. Question number 2.
Yeah.
The zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are your 3 people you want on your team?
Oh, probably my brother-in-law, because he's very resourceful with weapons and guns, and I feel like he would probably quietly have a plan of how to do this. Oh man, I don't have any friends that know how to like camp, but I need to have a friend who knows how to camp. Brother-in-law. Am I going for straight survival?
Survival.
So I'm on my own, right?
Yeah.
I'm on my own, right? Okay, cool.
Let's just for
the sake
your
of this,
sake,
I'm just trying to
say
survive.
You're not married.
I'm not married. The zombie apocalypse happened. I'm stranded by myself.
Yeah.
And someone says, we need to start a new colony.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
3 people.
3 people. Probably brother-in-law, because he has a good knowledge of, like, guns and staying alive.
Okay.
Let me think of the other 2. Oh, man. The other question is, like, do I think I would survive a zombie apocalypse? And I don't think I would.
Okay.
Realistically. Because, like,
All right, if you can't think of the other
No. Just, like, do you really need comedic relief? Zombie apocalypse. Let's see.
That's what I'm going for. Devin.
That's what you're going for. Is I bring you and we still do our podcast in the zombie apocalypse, so I'd bring you with me because you survived.
That.
And I would probably find someone who played like a zombie video game a lot and hope that they knew what to do. So I'm just gonna hope that Reddit is still a thing.
Oh my god!
In search of someone who understands zombies better than I do.
That's an interesting take, because I would think the person that plays the video games would have 0 life skills.
Well, I'm not talking about life skills. I'm talking about like tactical knowledge. Like, also, like, am I stuck in Nashville whenever the zombie apocalypse happens? Like, or am I outside of Nashville? Because, like, if you're dealing with zombies on the countryside versus zombies in an inner city, different world. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think you're thinking too far into this.
Welcome to the rest of the answers to these questions.
Oh, God. All right. Question number 3. What was your least favorite food as a child, and do you still hate it, or do you love it now?
I feel like I hated any and all vegetables. I didn't eat any vegetables besides carrots as a kid. And nowadays, I really like Brussels sprouts.
Really?
Brussels sprouts are really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When they're toasted and kind of have that crispiness to them?
Yeah,
or
if you add garlic to any vegetable, it's like amazing, like
Yeah.
immediately.
garlic.
I think I only liked carrots as a kid, and now I'll eat pretty much any vegetable.
You still like carrots, though?
I do, but it's not the same.
Gotcha.
So,
All right. Next question.
yeah.
What is your absolute dream job?
I'm such an obnoxious person. Do dream jobs really exist? No. So whenever I'll tell you the job I wanted to.
You are a cynic.
I am a cynic. I'll tell you the job I wanted to do whenever I moved to Nashville and in college.
That's a perfect one.
Did want to be a recording producer, engineer, and work at a studio. I don't know if I wanted to own a studio, but primarily work out of it. The concept of being producer that I liked the most was the thought of someone having a message, a song that they wanted to craft and then share with the world, and helping people figure out how to do that. Like with recording music, that was my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
If someone would come in with a song and we would figure out how to record it, that they would like what they were. Because like a recording is, you're trying to capture something, basically is what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. So like I would love still the concept of that, of being able to take someone's art, someone's intimacy, someone's like expression, and turn it into something that they can then share with other people.
I think a podcast.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
But like that,
you're
trying to.
You're the producer.
I am the producer. But yeah, that entire concept though of someone has something that is beautiful and they're trying to figure out how to share it with the world, and then you hopefully help lift them up and to figure out a way that they can share it.
That's a good answer.
Whatever concept that is. I think a lot of that can also exist in parenting.
Yeah.
Is your kids will have dreams and you try to figure out how to lift it up and share it and make them feel more comfortable and confident in it.
Yep. Awesome. Good answer. Next question. What sport would you compete in if you were in the Olympics?
Soccer.
Soccer?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, soccer, not basketball. Definitely soccer.
Because you're better at it, or is that your favorite sport?
It's my favorite sport,
Okay.
so it'd probably be that. Yeah.
All right. Next question. What would be your superpower?
Oh,
why?
I wish I could move stuff with my mind, and that's just because I'm so lazy.
So you could get a drink.
I could just, like the
make
kid doesn't.
food and bring it to
No,
you.
the kid doesn't close the door all the way. You got to walk across the hallway to get to it. No, just close it with your mind. It'd be so convenient.
Okay.
Kid doesn't close their door whenever they get out of the car. You just close it with your mind. It'd be awesome. Telekinesis, being able to move stuff with your mind, and a good party trick.
Yeah.
Someone's talking too much, you just make them spill their cup.
You would use that a lot.
I would.
What is the weirdest food you have ever eaten?
What's man,
the weirdest, craziest, wackiest?
In Evansville, there's the fall festival every year, and everything is deep fried, and you can eat it. So I feel like I've had a deep fried grasshopper before.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember what it tasted like. I don't remember what it was like.
Probably nothing.
Probably crunchy.
Yeah.
It was probably a texture.
Just probably crunchy.
Besides that, they also do, which I think is ridiculous but also delicious. They will take a glazed donut and cut it in half and use it as the buns for a hamburger.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a heart attack.
It is. That's what it is. Heart
attack and diabetes.
But it's delicious.
Oh, so you've eaten one?
No, never. I've never eaten one.
Gosh, I would never.
I would never divulge such a thing.
I like hamburgers and I like donuts, but not
I don't know if I like them together.
Yeah.
Just think, but like if you think about it, though,
just had this conversation about.
Have you ever heard of
ice cream and something?
People, they used to do apple pie with a slice of cheddar cheese on top of it.
Oh my god, that sounds disgusting.
But like the cheddar cheese is like a really bold flavor, so that with ice cream it actually weirdly ties together.
No.
Yes.
That makes me want to vomit.
Well, that's fair. Well, you're not going to eat it then. But think about it though. If you have like a really warm, if you put if you put the hamburger on there whenever it's still warm and you've got melted cheese on top of it and it all kind of just melts together, you'd be intrigued. You would eat it. You wouldn't need ketchup.
Oh, man, no.
I'm going to figure out a way how to make you one.
Okay.
But it's like a street festival. Like you don't go to street festival and you're like, I'm going to make good decisions about my life here. I've never been to a street festival and been like, hey man, I'm going to find my wife here tonight.
No judgment, man. No judgment. I'm not judging.
It's like, all right, man, I got $20 cash. How much grease can I eat?
How messed up can I get my colon?
How much can my stomach hate me for the next 3 years? Because that's how long it'll take for it to digest.
Oh gosh. All right. That was a good question. Next. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I've always wanted to live in either. Okay, a realistic answer would be either Denver or somewhere in the Pacific Northwest
Okay.
because I really like those areas. The like dream of dreams would probably be like Ireland or something like that. I feel like there's some like romanticism of living like in the countryside in Europe or something. That would
Where
be
it's
very
cold
fun.
all the time.
Yeah, where it's just I can be depressed finally.
Where it's cold.
I think it would be cold.
Dreary.
If the zombie apocalypse happens there, also I have different answers. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
because that one is an
Yeah, you have to
island,
pivot.
so you have to know. Yeah.
All right. If you could choose any two famous people to have a dinner with, who would they be?
Oh man, I would probably do Chris Thiele
Who is that?
as in the mandolin player from Nickel Creek, who's also in Punch Brothers.
Okay.
He was like a MacArthur like Genius Award winner, just because he is a very like talkative and fun person. So I feel like he'd be a good vibe or good energy at the table. And are there other people at the table, or is it just me and these two people?
Just you and those two people.
Just me and those two people. Okay. Probably Josh Ritter, who is also a singer-songwriter, who's just like a super nice guy.
What band?
Josh Ritter.
Oh,
Yeah.
take that out.
Yeah, that's okay, right?
Josh Ritter. I don't.
But they've
songs
written like
does he-
they've written songs together. They're both really nice. They're really talkative people.
Okay.
So I feel like I could just sit there and like listen to them talk about like their love of life
Yeah.
and just be like, oh, this is cool. Let's do this.
So both musicians.
Both musicians, yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
That tells you a little bit about yourself.
Yep.
You like music.
A bit.
Next, if you could rename yourself, what name would you pick?
Oh man, that's a good one because I have a weird first name. We've discussed this before, but I didn't leave it in the episode. Devon specifically. Devon
Yo,
specifically.
Devon.
Let's see. If I could choose a different first name. You know what, my middle name? I'll just go with my middle name.
What's your middle name?
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah. Because that's not bad. It's like not a very common name. People usually, like, I think I've told you before, when I go to restaurants, I say my name is Steve.
I forgot about that.
Because people, I say Devon and they're like, what did you say? When I worked customer service, I had a running list of what people thought my name was instead of Devon. Because I'd be like, this is Devon. How may I help you? Bevan? That's not a name. Sure. Why not? Kevin? Sure. Steve? Yeah, man. Let's go with it. And then they would call back and be like, Steve was talking to me last time. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, sorry, that one was me. Sorry, guys.
Steve?
No one named Steve works here. So if you give one time I went somewhere and I said my name was Steve, and they said, we already have a Steve, what's your last initial? And I blanked. I had no idea what to say. I was like, I have not thought this far down the rabbit trail. So I said in, because it is my last initial and my last name, and it actually then spelled Steven.
Clever.
But it took me like 2 minutes.
So,
I just sat there blank faced.
did you just walk out?
I was like, I don't actually want the food. But why not Tyler? I'll go with my middle name because it's unique and fun. But
Cool. All right. If you had to teach a class on something, what would you teach?
History.
Really?
Yep.
Not music.
Not music, history.
Okay.
I think history is fascinating. My favorite classes I've taken are usually history related. And music always intertwines with history a lot.
Yeah.
So, nope, my favorite classes I took are the classes that affected me the most. Were probably about Holocaust denialism, because that's a real thing, where people deny that Holocaust happened, and Reconstruction era of American history, which is like the period after Civil War and between Civil Rights Movement, whenever like African Americans had rights given to them, but didn't really have rights given to them. And it's not a very good period in American history, so no one really talks about it until like the past couple of years with George Floyd. But like there's so many, history is fascinating to me, and there's always so many perspectives on something, and there's always some truth in whatever they say. So it's always a very fascinating thing to me. So I would definitely be a history professor or teacher.
Awesome. Cool. Not what I thought you were going to say.
Ta-da! It's because I don't know music theory very well. So,
all right. Next, do you have any hidden talents?
I have lack of hidden talents. It's very surprising how untalented. No, let me see. One thing.
It's It's okay to say no.
No. It's what's my ego today is the question. I'm very good at baking.
Okay.
And baking stuff. And if you hand me any recipe, I can probably make it and figure out how to do it. Okay. Unless I've never eaten it before. If I've never eaten it before, then I'm like, I don't even know what this is supposed to look like or taste like. But for the most part, if you were like, give me a recipe, or like if you gave me a recipe for pretty much anything, I would probably be able to make it and make it pretty good or pretty well.
Awesome. All right. I'll have to give you a recipe and you have to make it for me.
I'll try it.
All right. I think I know this one, but listeners might not. Are you a cat or dog person?
Oh, dog person.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah. If you were a cat, we would have to stop this.
That's true. Friendship over.
What is your favorite musical instrument?
Oh, like to listen to or to play?
To play.
To play. I mean, guitar is the one I'm the most well versed in. Okay. Favorite musical instrument to listen to? Yeah, this is a weirdly specific answer. Is a piano in a room with a lot of room to it. So like a piano in the middle of a room and the room is really big. Like a piano in a cave, I think is a fascinating sound.
What's the difference?
Just resonance, just like how you can see the entire room. Like if you put a piano in the middle of like a gym and then play it, like being able to hear all like how the sound reflects off of itself the entire time, I think is a fascinating sound to me. It's one of my like favorite things ever. Whenever I listen to a recording, and there's a piano in it, I always try to analyze what room it was recorded in. But as far as me, I like playing guitar and it's fun.
I love that answer.
Think about it though. Next, like whenever you hear a piano, like how close is it? Are the mics like super close to the strings? Are they backed off? There's a lot to it. What tone you have on a piano can also then set the tone for the song. It's just
you put a lot of thought into that.
I don't know why.
No, it's all right. All right, and in our previous podcast, you kind of went over this, but are you an extrovert or introvert?
I think I am more extroverted than introverted.
Yeah,
but
I
think it's a percentage thing.
Answer, yeah.
I think I'm like 70% extrovert, 30% introvert.
Yeah.
Because whenever I'm only extroverted, I don't process what I'm doing at all. And whenever I'm more introverted, I only process and I never share. And neither of those are really good. So I think it's a healthy balance. I'm definitely more, if you do based off of like what energizes, more consistently being around people is energizing to me than being alone.
Yep. Yeah. Same. But then I do have those times where like I have to be alone just to
process life.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's a good way of putting it.
As opposed to like continually being like, I'm just going to keep hanging out with people. Why? I don't really want to think about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use this as a defense mechanism.
Awesome. Well, cool.
Am I known?
You are known, Devon. You are known.
This one was much longer because I talk a lot. So.
Yeah. But they were good, thoughtful answers.
You know what?
Mine were just like,
Duh. What's my kid's name?
Dang you.
Jerk. I'm asking tough questions. And there you go.
Adios.
Bye. We really hope you enjoyed that episode. Please make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Nashville Dads. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.